Mirrors on the Transtar 4300 kit are another good example of how the kit part provides an ideal starting point for a few added details. When Ertl tooled this kit back in the early 70s, they made the mirrors quite accurate and they're fairly well detailed. The biggest omission is that they're rather two-dimensional in nature and don't have the brace on the upper part of the mirror attaching the door further back above the side window. They also don't have the round blind spot mirrors, which are seen on most 1:1 scale trucks. Another view of the same mirror shows that the brace is two pieces for adjustment and has a handle provided to lock it in position. This upper brace is an easy detail to add, starting with removal of chrome plating, followed by temporarily attaching the mirror to the door. I use household white glue for this, as it provides a bond that's easily broken free after assembly work is done. A bracket to attach the upper brace is made from 60th styrene angle, cut 5/32 of an inch long. I use the reference photo as a guide and also attach this piece with white glue above the window opening. Cut short pieces of 30,000ths of an inch diameter styrene rod to the required lengths, flatten the ends with smooth jaw pliers, and glue these in place, leaving a slight bend in the upper brace. Fasteners are simulated by attaching styrene rivet heads. I use 0.25 diameter heads for this application, and the locking handle is represented with a hex bolt head attached to a small styrene disc. The disc creates a small space between the bolt head and the mirror brace, making it easier to detail paint the bolt head later. One detail visible on the real truck I'm modeling is a wire running from the door up into the mirror head. This is likely for heated mirrors, which are a common option in our Canadian climate. I drilled a number 72 hole into the bottom of the mirror head. This is 0.25 inch diameter and gives a little bit of clearance for easier installation of the 20 thou diameter wire that I'll be using. Using the molded on fastener detail on the bottom of the mirror as a guide, another number 72 hole was drilled for installation of a spot mirror bracket. This was cut for a piece of 5 thou shim brass, 60,000ths of an inch wide, and secured to a small piece of 20 thou diameter wire glued into the hole. Hole drilled in the mirror head for wiring is a convenient place to insert a piece of 20 thou brass wire as a holding fixture for painting and adding other details. Spot mirrors are made by punching 3/16 diameter discs from 20 thou sheet styrene, then gluing on a hex bolt head, drilling out, and adding 20 thou brass wire as a mounting point. The convex surface is built up using Micro Krystal Kleer. 5-minute epoxy can also be used to build up this convex surface. Brass wire mounting points are left extra long. This provides a way to hold them for painting and also for easier installation. Mirrors on the real truck are brushed aluminum rather than chrome, and the spot mirrors on the truck I'm modeling were black. I used Alclad's gloss black base for the spot mirrors and only painted the chrome surface with Alclad chrome. Alclad chrome was also used on the mirrors themselves, but without the black base, resulting in more of a flat aluminum finish. Reflective surface for the mirror heads was cut from chrome Mylar tape. Although the chrome Mylar tape is adhesive backed, I prefer to attach it using Micro Krystal Kleer. The handles for the braces were also touched up with flat black, and this is where the small space, created by attaching the hex bolt to a styrene disc, makes it much easier to paint with clean color separation. Close-up of another Transtar 4300 shows the rubber grommet in the door where the wiring comes out. I simulated this on the model by drilling a number 72 hole in the center of a 60 thou diameter styrene rivet head. Although tedious, this is possible, although it took more than one try to get a pair of successful grommets. Each grommet will be glued into a number 65 hole, drilled in the appropriate location in the door. The rivet head shanks are 0.32 diameter, the number 65 drill at 0.35 inch provides a little bit of clearance for easy installation. Window glass was simulated using 10 thou clear styrene sheet, cut to fit in the recesses, and the kit provided part was used for the clear vision window in the passenger door. Once all the exterior details had been installed and the interior sanded smooth, the door panels were attached, completing this stage of the door subassembly. The next step was attachment of the mirrors. These were attached using Micro Krystal Kleer, which is my adhesive of choice for most details of this nature, because it dries clear and also doesn't cause any fogging or discoloration of parts finished with Alclad chrome. Decals were drawn on a simple CAD program printed on tester's clear decal paper. No IH emblem was visible on the reference photo of the truck I'm modeling, so I drilled 2 holes above the door handle to represent a trim badge that had fallen off. IH letters on the driver's side door badge were colored in using fine-tip Sharpie marking pens. Last detail to be added was wire running from the grommet up into the mirror head. I found a roll of solid wire, black insulated, at an electronic supply store years ago that works great for this kind of detail. An easy to add optional detail is strips cut from black decal paper to simulate black tape holding the wiring to the mirror brace. The left-hand mirror doesn't have these decal stripes added. The right-hand mirror does, showing the difference in appearance. 2 completed doors waiting for installation during final assembly. The mirrors in this kit are quite good to start with. With a little bit of extra detail work, they come up even better. Thanks for watching this installment. This model is nearing completion, with the goal to try and get it done to take down to a show in New York in a couple of weeks' time.